today. I really would like to thank Maria and Tony for sharing their experience. I'm very, once again, sorry for all the disturbances we had along the way. We will share with you the presentation and we will share with you the recording. Also, we will share their inputs for some useful literature which you can revise and which you can review during the on your spare time to get more familiar with different innovation approaches, etc.
Do we have still some 15 minutes or?
Oh, we have.
We have participants, so was also some people were connected, I think, and so this is perfect. Actually, I also had one question to ask here by occasion, if I may. And so when we are talking about innovations here, my question is, how strong do you think was the push of the current COVID situation happening in the world for the innovations, and what would be the areas where you would expect this innovation to happen? But for those like biotech, which, well, they have been in there already for a while earlier, but is there something you could think of in the other areas?
Immediately, what's coming out on top of my mind is the process innovation that happened in matter of, I don't know if it was 24 hours or a couple of days, but all the companies, including us, we were forced to come up with innovative solutions and ideas on the way we work immediately. This is what happened, because we had this, we still have it, this perfect innovative office building where we had all the amenities and everything you need. Everything is comfortable for everyone, and it's meant to be nurturing the creativity and things like that. And all of a sudden, for a night, on the next day, you have to continue working creatively in a home environment, from kitchen, bedrooms, everywhere, balconies. So this is something that immediately brought the innovation, I think, in processes, how people work and interact.
I see. Well, thank you.
We do have a few more questions. Where do you get ideas for possible innovations on your products? Usually, where do you search when you are, every now and then we stick to some kind of a dead end, and we don't, especially when you have, in your case, Maria, you have a very mature, very successful product. What are those little tricks which you use in those situations in order to jump in and to look for innovative solution?
Maybe number one for me would be the interaction with, it doesn't matter if it's interaction with a colleague, someone from the product team, someone from the other team, but interaction and exchanging ideas, discussing them, going over them. This is something that usually creating quite good ideas. The other source are maybe listening a lot to what colleagues have to say from different departments, not just engineers that we work with very closely, but whether it's designers, whether it's marketing, whether it's someone from what we have a very nice cool job title called DevRel, Developer Relations. So a lot of innovative ideas come from interacting with those people and with interacting with customers and non-customers. Actually, they're full of ideas if you just listen to them. And maybe sometimes the solutions to problems in an innovative way would be if you look around how others are solving similar problems, but in another industries. Whether it's, well, if you take filmmaking, if you take music making, if you take, for example, construction building or aerospace, everything, if you look at the way people approach challenges in the different industries, you can get a lot of ideas and inspiration on how to approach your problem solving with the product.
Would it be on the map for you to, if you have very successful product, to not innovate, just to leave it as is, or this would definitely kill it at one point?
It will definitely kill it. It will help it die faster, I think.
Okay.
But we have to admit that there are certain products in their life cycle that it doesn't matter how much you innovate on them, sooner or later they can be replaced by other products. So even if there's nothing left to innovate on existing, very old, declining product, it still gives you the chance to innovate on something new that might take the customers, the segment, and the job that was done with this old product by a new one. So, yeah.
Is there an innovation approach which you actually dislike, which you cannot recommend, which is actually over-promising but not delivering enough?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this one is for you.
Oh, great. I'm going to be the one turning down some approaches. But I can actually think of something, and the growth hacking approach. And it has been a buzzword since Sean Ellis coined this term to describe the consulting role focusing on growth within startups. And the idea is that you look for little tricks here and there. And the thing is that it seems that the approach is promising big impact from such small hacks of things like changing the wording or content or where to place a button, etc. But for me, this is only the tip of the iceberg, the tip of the value pyramid. For you need to get right the fundamentals. So serving a customer need that is really existing, then architecting a solid and scalable solution on the back end, and then going through making an intuitive and easy to use user journey and interface. And then you can get to these small incremental improvements through marketing hacks, while the promise is more that you need to focus all your attention with great results to be expected at the end. While we also do some of these things, we do various testing to validate things like should the CTA button be red or green, or should be put to the left or to the right, should be called start try or download try or try out now. But more often than not, the results show only small differences that we of course take into consideration, but are not really something that could be labeled as growth hacking to the bottom line.
Okay, that's basically, usually when rejecting a concept, a kind of familiar concept, is kind of brave, but thank you for your opinion and for the braveness. To what extent the customer should lie in the foundation of any innovation, and what is the practice in progress? Are you entirely customer oriented, or sometimes your subject matter expertise and knowing the market, etc., can guide you?
I think we are obsessed with customers sometimes. Maybe, yes. You can often hear someone specifically for features. If we are planning or prioritizing, someone to say this hasn't been requested by customers. I don't think priority. Or yeah, let me check if someone from the customer asked about it or like that. Which is yeah, we are definitely very often obsessed with customers and what they want and keeping them happy.
We like to say that good ideas don't live in the office. So we always look out for validation right with the people who might be using what we do.
Yes, it's important for us to keep in touch with the customers, not only in whether it's like we mentioned, the feedback portal or the conversation or conferences, or in general in all the social media channels they're hanging out. It's, yes, we do see a lot of value in this relationship.
Thank you. And most probably my last question, to what extent do you think that the innovative culture inside the organization is the foundation based on which each product and process innovation depends? Can one person be this spark which eventually will widen the entire organization, or overall the innovation culture inside the organization should be the first to come?
Essentially, chicken or the egg question.
Yep.
I think one cannot live without the other, maybe. I think there are examples where a single person can spark the entire organization, but because culture is not something tangible, it's actually a word and a topic that's very favorite of mine, and I have previously a lot of time and working on that part of organizational culture. It is possible to be sparked by a single person, but if the air that you breathe in a company does not nurture this innovation thinking approach, I think it cannot live for long. However, if it is the fact that you are put in an environment where everything speaks, try, fail, learn, try again, share with the others, don't be afraid to try something new. Though last two frameworks didn't work, mix them, try again. Then I think it's very natural that it grows in the company and it's spread out quite easily.
Okay.